So what is the problem with ultra-processed foods before I get to the caveats? I think a couple of things. Because of the ultra-processing, it is inherently lower. The food item is inherently lower in protein and or fiber, depending on what we're talking about. Fiber is only found in plants because everything is just been stripped out. That's problem number one. And so the foods are very calorically available, which means that protein and fiber slow down the release of calories of food as we actually digest them. And so if you strip something out, then that food is very, very calorically available. But all the calories are accessible to us. Number one. Problem number two is the ultra-processing process that was not good, but the ultra-processing also strips out flavor. Now, where does flavor comes from? Flavor comes from the holy trinity, sugar, salt, fat. So now if you take out sugar, salt, fat, you have to replace it with sugar, salt, and fat. So ultra-processed foods tend to be low in protein and fiber and high in salt, sugar, and fat. That's a toxic mixture. So many ultra-processed foods we should eat less of. The issue I have with ultra-processed as an umbrella is it's too broad a church. It covers too many foods. I think there are uncontroversial foods that we should stay away from or at least eat less of. And I think most of us can point them out, turkey Twizzlers or whatever. But they include yogurt, which in of itself is a fermented product, so it's not ultra-processed. But if you have those, I don't know if we can mention brand names, but those square yogurts with a little corner, okay? Now, the yogurt in of itself is fine. But the moment you tip whatever is in that other half of it, be it crunchy, be it a jam, what have you in, suddenly the whole yogurt becomes ultra-processed. Really? I do think there is a difference between an item of food like a nugget or something like that that's been sort of molecularly constructed from meat of provenance that is, shall we say, a little bit doubtful, versus yogurt with a bit of jam in it, and the jam is the ultra-processed food. So that is my issue. I think my issue is whenever I speak like this, you call me a pragmatist, thank you. Most people who are not pragmatists call me in the pocket of big food. I am not in the pocket of big food. I just am a pragmatist. So I think that given that we know what is actually bad for us, we need foods that are of better quality, higher protein, higher fiber. We need to eat less salt, sugar, and fat. All of this is true. Then let's use terms that are more precise about the quality and the type of food, as opposed to something like ultra-processed, which to me includes a lot of foods that, while off-putting to many, because it's definitely not grandma and apple pie, right? Because it's an industrial process, doesn't mean it is inherently bad for you. That was my opinion.